Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Hypersonic 55 and welcome to a game review. Now, it's been a long time since we did one of these, but we wanted to pick the right timing to go about and get this done, so why not start with games from the past? Because I love games from the past, especially the 90s, because that's where I grew up, that's where I first started gaming, and today's game today is just it's one of the definitions of classic. It's one of my all-time favorite games. We're going to be talking about Streets of Rage on the Sega Mega Drive, yo! Oh yeah, now this is the good stuff. This is the definition of classic. Ask any person who happened to own a Sega Mega Drive and talk to them about Streets of Rage, and they'll just say to you, yeah, Streets of Rage, that was a good game. And it's so true. Streets of Rage is just the definition of awesomeness. So what was the game about? Basically, it was a side-scrolling beat-em-up game from 1991, and you happen to take control of three characters, Alex, Adam, and Blaze, in either single-player or two-player co-op. And the aim of the game was literally to beat the crap out of any person that came across your way, whether they happen to be street thugs with knives, or these crazy guys that happen to throw these crap at you, or this weird prostitute kind of woman that happened to throw a whip at you. Enemies came in a massive variety, and all you had to do was just take them out. Enemies came from the left and right, and then you had to clear them out before advancing to the next part of the game. You could also call on the help of the police to go about and help you out. You also having to collect little power-ups and little bits and bobs. In order to take out the enemies, you could do it any way you wanted. You could use your fist, you could use your feet, or you could use the interactive objects around. You could go about and hit them with broken bottles, knives, bats, and poles. It was friggin' mental. And I loved it. My personal favorite item was the pole. It was just like BAM! And yeah, that guy was out like a light, mate. There happened to be 8 levels, and at the end of each level there was a boss, and these guys came in a variety of very easy to very ridiculously hard. You had these fat guys that blew fire at you, these weird guys that threw boomerangs, these 2 annoying chicks that happened to flip all over the place and just kick you when your back was turned. Enemies were bad, but the bosses were so much worse. Now there's a reason why the 16-bit era of gaming was so badass, and I believe Streets of Rage is one of the reasons. It was graphically awesome for its time, it was just fabulous, the gameplay was great and addictive, and the soundtrack, my goodness, the soundtrack for that game is one of the most amazing, most memorable soundtracks I'll ever know in my lifetime. Ever since I was a kid, I still remembered all of the music from that game, and Yuzo Koshiro, who I think is the name of the composer of the soundtrack for the game, compiled some of the best songs I'll ever know. I just knew all the songs, all the jingles since I was about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years old, and after I got rid of my Mega Drive in the year 2002, I still remember those songs up until present day. It was that memorable. And me and my sister used to bleed the hell out of this game. We used to play it day and night and forever and ever. I used to play it with my friends as well, and we got so far, but then when you lost, it hurt so bad. Yo. As I previously said, I got rid of my Sega Mega Drive in the year 2002, and I got rid of all my games, so I thought I would never see Streets of Rage again. But then, luckily through the power of the Virtual Console on my Wii, I got the game back, and the nostalgia just came flooding right back to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I was lost in it, playing the game with my sister again. It was like time hadn't passed, and I was a kid again. And one thing I was able to do recently that I was not able to do as a kid, I think it was maybe last year or maybe in 2010, I actually beat Streets of Rage in single player mode and got the good ending. That was something I never thought I would ever see, but the fact of the matter is I did it, and the amount of satisfaction I felt was the best feeling ever in life. So how much do I like Streets of Rage? I don't know. Massively. It's insane. I can't even, see my hands here, they stretch out far enough. That's how much love I got for Streets of Rage. Maybe even more than that. You don't know, but I really like Streets of Rage. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, Streets of Rage, in my opinion, is the definition of classic. One of the best games of the 16-bit era. And the legacy it left behind is only appreciated by those old enough to remember the game. If you haven't experienced the game yet, what are you doing? Go out and do it right now. It's been ported how many different times to every main console of the 6th generation, which is the current generation, although we're transitioning now thanks to the Wii U. But anyway, Streets of Rage, badass. In terms of rating, I don't know. I don't really give out ratings anymore, but if I was to give it a rating, I'd probably say 9, purely because there was a good number of things improved in Streets of Rage 2. But we may get to that another point, but for now, Streets of Rage, great game. Good stuff. Well, that's been my review, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you found it informative and look forward to the next one when it shows up. So until then, this is the Hypersonic 55 signing out. Peace.